Good morning, children. You all are welcome to Scholars Array. You can learn here English, Maths and Science. Today's topic will be Class 10 Science, Electricity. So, in electricity, our first topic will be electric current. Electric current, you know students, electric current we denote by I. Electric current we denote by I equal to Q by T. Means charge per unit time can be defined as electric current. The SI unit of electric current is SI unit of electric current is ampere. So SI unit of electric current is ampere. SI unit of electric charge is coulomb. So it is denoted by capital C. Ampere is denoted by capital A. And SI unit of time, you all know it is second. So after that, what is charge, dear students? Charge is nothing but it's a property for which it attracts or repels other things, and that is mainly the variation of electrons and protons. We know about the atoms. In atoms, what we get? In atoms, we get electrons, protons, and neutrons. Among these particles, electrons we considered as negative charge and protons as positive charge and neutrons as chargeless particles. So after this, we will go to the topic electric potential. Electric potential. Before that, let's learn electric field. So electric field, what is electric field? Electric field. So if we consider a charged particle here, say plus Q, around this we will have a space or region where we will experience its force, and that will be called as electric field of this charged particle. So now electric potential in this field, in different points we will experience different potentials. Means closer to the charge, potential will be more, and away from the charge, potential will be less. So how we will define that electric potential? The amount of work done in bringing a unit positive charge from infinity to any point in an electric field is defined as electric potential at that point in the field. So mathematically we write electric potential we denote by V equal to W by Q. So simply we can say work done per unit charge is defined as electric potential. The SI unit of electric potential is SI unit of electric potential is volt. volt. So now let us define say 1 volt. 1 volt. So SI unit of electric potential is what? Volt. Now SI unit of work done is joule. Therefore, if W we consider as 1 joule, Q equal to 1 coulomb, then you see V will be equal to what? V will be equal to 1 volt, 1 joule by 1 coulomb. That one will be equal to 1 joule per coulomb. This equal to 1 volt. Means what? If 1 volt work is required to bring a unit positive charge from one point to another point, then the amount of work done will be called as 1 volt. So, dear student, so electric potential you have got. So electric potential, since we have got that in the field in different point we will have different potential. So here we will get introduced with the terms potential difference. Potential difference. Already you have got, if say in an electric field a point A, another point B, if the potential in this point is suppose VA and potential is in this point V is VB, and we are supposed bringing a unit charge from point A to B. At the time, the potential difference between this point A and B, that is VAB, will be equal to VB minus VA, which we can write as, again in mathematical terms, W by Q. So now what is this W here? The amount of work done in bringing this Q surge from point A to B. This one will be the potential difference between these 2 points A and B. Okay, so since it is the potential only, so the SI unit of potential difference will be also volt. As we had a potential difference of we had the unit of electric potential is volt, so it is also what? Volt only. So our next topic will be Ohm's law. Ohm's law. So what does this Ohm's law says? So Ohm's law says that electric current passing through any conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference between the ends of the conductor. That is, if I current flows through a conductor and the potential difference between the ends of the conductor is considered as V, then I is directly proportional to V. But here one condition is there, condition you have to apply, that the temperature should be constant. So at constant temperature, that is, since I is directly proportional to V, so we can write V is also proportional to what? I. When you remove this proportion symbol, one constant of proportionality will come, that is V equal to IR, where R is constant of proportionality. R is also called resistance of the conductor. So R is also called resistance of the conductor. Resistance, we understand what is resistance. Resistance is a property which oppose the flow of electric surge through a conductor. Resistance is what? Say it's a conductor. So resistance, what does it do? It opposes the flow of surge through this conductor. So that is resistance. The SI unit of resistance is the SI unit of resistance is ohm, and the symbol is like this. This is SI unit of resistance, dear student. So we have got the SI unit of resistance. Now you may be asked to define 1 ohm. So how we will bring this term from the, say this is the equation 1, from this above equation 1. See here, V equal to IR. So what can we bring? R equal to V by I. Now if we put if we consider E equal to 1 volt, I equal to 1 ampere, then R will be equal to 1 volt per ampere. Means 1 volt per ampere is equal to 1 ohm. So how can I define? Means in a circuit, if we apply 1 volt potential difference, in a circuit if we apply 1 volt potential difference, and for that if 1 ampere current flows through the conductor, then the resistance of the conductor can be defined as 1 ohm. But so this is 1 ohm. So after this, some factors on which resistance of a conductor affects. Factors affecting on resistance. Number 1, length of the conductor. Students, factors affecting on resistance. So number 1, length of the conductor. Means if the length of the conductor increases, then resistance of the conductor also increases. That is, R is directly proportional to L. Next, area of cross section of the conductor. So area of cross section, how does it affect on resistance? Means resistance of the conductor is inversely proportional to the area of cross section of the conductor. Means if area of cross section of the conductor increases, then resistance of the conductor decreases. Next, type of the material of the conductor. Means depending on the type of the material, the resistance of the conductor varies. Now, what do you understand by area of cross section of the conductor? Area of cross section is nothing but, if we consider this marker as your conductor, then this circular area, this one will be the area of cross section of the conductor. So area of cross section of the conductor A is equal to pi r square. This is your what? Area of circle, because we are taking area of cross section of the conductor is what? This circular area. Because of that, A equal to pi r square. During our numerical applications, in place of A, we will use this formula pi r square. Okay, thank you. Children, that's all for today. Be with Scholars Array for next class. Thank you.